I think the problem comes in is where one household is locked down and following CDC guidelines and another household isn't, and that child is going back and forth. That's where we end up with co-parenting conflicts, and we don't know where to turn for those issues. And the courts really cannot intervene on those levels. And I think, Rebecca, if you could talk a little bit about what do they do from a legal standpoint when somebody is engaging in not co-parenting, but COVID co-parenting.
There's a new phrase. I think you're right. COVID no co-parenting. I think that's true. What I say from a legal standpoint is, this sounds funny and simple, but just take a 30-day calendar and jot on there, ask the parent to call the kids today. Parent didn't do so. Just making notes of that and trying your best to communicate. Again, looking for resources. As Dr. Day said, look at your insurance list, see if there's a counselor that can help. There are tools out there to help, and you just need to find them and see what works with your family, even if it's breaking up. It is.
So
Yes, go ahead.
I was going to say, sometimes engaging a parenting coordinator.
Yes.
That is a neutral mental health professional who will sit down with both of you. Nobody's sitting down now except on Zoom, but gives you alternative problem solving and tries to find that middle ground to bring you both into a place where you can agree. So we have parenting coordinators.
I tell my clients that there are tools out there, and I say one of the tools to help things is a parent coordinator. And it's important to recognize parent coordinators not only can hear both sides, but they can also be given some power to make the decision. And that's up to the parties. If they want the parent coordinator to be there to help literally coordinate, or actually have some decision-making, non-substantial, immediate decision-making rights if they can't get to court. So that is definitely a tool. Other tools we talk about are guardian ad litems. People hear about that phrase all the time and don't know what it is, but that's somebody who can come in, talk to neighbors, talk to friends, talk to the kids, and help give advice. And I found that another tool. So there are resources.
What if you don't have an active case? Can you get a guardian ad litem appointed if your divorce is over and it's only a co-parenting dispute?
Yes, you can. I have many cases right now that they're already divorced, but they are going through hard children issues, and they need help. And I often suggest a guardian ad litem to come in, and good guardian ad litems come in and meet the kids and talk to everybody. And what I suggest is actually, before they do a formal report, sit down with everybody. Sit down with the guardian ad litem and hear his or her perspective on how things are going. And it can be a tremendous education on what needs to happen next. So parent coordination, guardian ad litem, family and counseling, these are all resources and options for families going through this pre and post-COVID, but particularly post-COVID right now. I think so for sure.
So if my parenting plans, let's say I did a collaborative divorce and I went through this, and my parenting plan says I need to return to my team because I have a parenting dispute. How do we do that in COVID? How do we reconvene teams?
I think you call, normally what happens in most situations is there's somebody who's the coordinator, setting up the meetings and conversations. Reach out to that person and say, can you contact everybody? And say, we need to meet again. We're having significant issues. And absolutely reconvening is the right thing to do, whether it be a mediation and litigation settlement, or a collaborative meeting or cooperative meeting. I think it's reach out to someone to say, can we just have a conversation?